Welcome to today's stock market news update. First up, some insights from a big name in investing. CNBC reports that Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, says the current situation is a lot like the early 1970s, and investors should consider holding more gold than usual. He suggests putting as much as 15% of a portfolio into gold, even as the metal reaches a record high above $4,000 an ounce. Dalio calls gold a great way to spread out risk in a portfolio, because it often does well when other common investments drop in value. He points out that with so much debt around, holding cash or debt-based assets might not protect wealth well, which raises questions about where to park money. Shifting to economic policy overseas, CNBC also reports that New Zealand's central bank cut its main interest rate by 50 basis points to 2.5% on Wednesday. This brings the rate to its lowest level since July 2022 as concerns about growth build up. The cut was bigger than the 25 basis points that economists expected in a Reuters poll. Moves like this from central banks can influence investor confidence and might play a role in how markets react to signs of slowing economies. Staying with global growth outlooks, another CNBC article notes that the World Bank raised its 2025 growth forecast for China to 4.8%, even with trade tensions from the United States. This update is part of a broader lift in projections for East Asia and the Pacific, following a summer of uncertainty driven by US tariffs that shook the world economy. The new estimate is up from 4% predicted in April and gets closer to China's official goal of about 5% growth in gross domestic product. Changes in these forecasts could affect views on global trade and economic strength. Now turning to US government actions in key industries, Reuters reports that shares of Trilogy Metals more than tripled in morning trading on Tuesday, reaching a record high. This came after the White House announced it would take a 10% stake in the Vancouver-based mining company. The US government has been buying stakes in sectors it sees as vital for national security, such as critical minerals and semiconductors. This is part of President Trump's wider plan to cut dependence on China. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to subscribe.